Bye.
So we just wanted to sit down for a few and kind of chat with you guys for a little bit. I know we put in the title that there's a big announcement. So
Yep.
you got to hang for a little while with us, though, before you hear the announcement. Huh.
Well, maybe just a little bit.
a
Hopefully
little
it won't be too long of a
No, this isn't
We're
going
bad
to be a
about just
long
running
video.
on and talking,
Yeah,
but
we are.
But
Like
yeah,
now.
but this is pretty big. I mean, for us, this is our biggest announcement / endeavors, or I don't know what you would call that.
Ta-da!
Yeah, so, biggest thing really happening here. I mean,
Right?
as far as our homestead and what we're doing here. So,
Right.
So yeah. So hopefully you guys will watch to the end, even if it does get long, because
Yeah, it won't get long.
oh, okay.
I don't think it'll get long. So
Oh.
anyways, but we just thought we would share a little bit about us, share our heart a little bit before we let you guys know what's going on and everything like that. So anyways, I remember when I was a little girl, I would go out in the garden with my papa and nanny and my mom, and that's kind of where I learned my gardening from. So what about you?
Well, I remember, growing up, I always loved the gardening process, and I always, there goes the chickens.
Yep, chickens are coming up to roost.
Anyhow, I just remember I feel like I was the only one out there with Dad gardening. I don't know. It probably wasn't so. Ask my siblings and they may tell you they did all the work, but I just remember I loved it, and I remember me and Dad, it was a good time with me and Dad. He'd let me use the rototiller. I felt like I was big, of course I was just little, handling that big monstrous rototiller, and it wasn't one of the rear tines that was easy to handle. It was bouncing you all over, but I loved it. And of course, I remember saving seeds as a kid, and just the whole process of saving seeds and growing something from those seeds that I saved. I've never lost that
No.
love of saving my own seeds and starting something. And not, this isn't a down thing to anybody out there that's like this, but it's like you talking about people, talk to people that are growing their garden. Oh yeah, we just bought our plants, and I'm like, oh, you didn't grow them. And of course I buy plants too, because it's hard to go.
Hurry up and get them going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it's hard to go and see plants that are calling. They're just like they're calling out to you. So I do buy plants too, and I don't have that. I don't have that one.
I don't have that one started.
Got to buy that. So
then I get a gift. Hey, I got you this.
I got you something. It's your favorite hibiscus.
Hydrangea.
Well, the hydrangeas are her favorite.
They are. So yeah, that's true. So, but thinking back, like over the years and stuff, and gardening, it's always kind of been a part of our life. No matter where we've been, we've always had a flower garden, tried to grow some vegetables or something. But now here, it's like roosters. But here, it's like we're really expanding and following a passion of ours.
Yeah.
And it's really cool to see the property develop and the raised beds get built and the garden go in and everything like that. And that's really cool. But when we first moved here, that wasn't what we were going to focus on, was it?
Well, no. So in Michigan, before we moved down here, I had a photo studio building, and that, I thought, well, I'm going to turn this old antique building into a photo studio. And I've been doing some photography and loving it,
and for pageants and
had a lot of
state
fun with
pageants
that.
and local pageants.
Yeah,
and
so I thought, well,
senior pictures.
moving down to Alabama to be with her mom and dad, and that's what we decided to do. And I thought, well, maybe I can. Boy, Ricky is
in rare form tonight.
My goodness. So anyhow, I thought, well, this place that we ended up buying, there was really no good place on the property as far to be able to have a studio. So I thought, well, you know what? Maybe I could tear the roof off the garage and build a big upstairs roof.
Yeah, that's what we talked about.
Roof, an upstairs, like a gambrel style roof with a big giant upstairs, because it's like 36 wide by 36 or something like that. It's plenty big for something like that. So that's kind of what
Yeah.
I thought about. And of course, me being the gardening minded person, I thought, well, we could set up the landscape with all kinds of flowers for, have somebody, all kind of backdrop areas. And so the gardening has always been something. It's like even at the studio, I tried to grow all kinds of flowers out there to put
in your 3 feet wide of
I know,
yard.
I know. But yeah, I did what I could do, and
Right.
and I did use that as
Yes, you did.
backdrop for some photography. So
Yes.
so
Yeah.
anyhow, that was my thought, is we would have this the landscaped and beautiful with all kinds of flowers and things like that. So that was the thought process. What, a couple years ago, 2 years ago, yeah.
It was. However, things kind of they kind of changed. You got more into the propagation and the
Yeah, so I
starting
mean,
the
I got down here,
seeds
and we're like, oh man, that's going to be a lot of money to, to build a studio, and we might be having chicken for dinner tonight. So, but no, anyhow, I thought, and so I kind of got my mind off of that. I'm like, oh, we're just going to focus on what we're doing here. I got to start making a living, that kind of thing, and started, and up in Michigan, I had already been doing a lot of cuttings and propagating through cuttings, and just really enjoying that, because that was really kind of a new aspect of growing things for me. So I
that you hadn't tapped into before.
Yeah,
like
so I grew up all my life with gardening and growing
Seeds.
seeds. Yeah, growing things from seeds. And then I find out that you can grow things by cutting a stick off and sticking it in the ground. And I started watching guys like Mike Kincaid and Mike's Backyard Nursery. Those are two separate guys, by the way. And you should check both of those out. But and learning that, man, you can do that, and you can sell these. You have to get the right ones that aren't patented, and I learned that along the way, and that you have to, there's certain plants that you're not allowed to propagate through cuttings because they're patented. So I'm learning this whole process throughout time, and just loving it. I mean, and of course, I'm propagating things, everything I can find, and some stuff that I'm propagating is probably not going to be able to be sold because I probably did something illegal. I don't know. So those won't be able to be sold, but it was a learning thing. So those, I would say that even though it was just a learning thing and I'd not be able to use them, it was still worth doing, because now when I purchase, plants for the genetics that are not copyrighted, now I kind of know better how to do it, and how, because I've lost a lot of cuttings along the way, and I've seen what causes them to rot and go, and I've learned a lot. And so
if that's the case, and you're saying you're talking about selling them, so the dream has changed.
Yeah, so the dream is not photography anymore. It's, I want to sell plants. Grow them. I mean, why grow them if you're just gonna, when you can grow them and sell them? And so that's the thing. Every homestead needs to have an avenue of being able to help
generate revenue.
Generate revenue, whether that's having a firewood business, or selling beef off of your cattle off of the homestead, or eggs. So every homestead needs that, and the revenue avenue that I am looking at is a nursery, a backyard nursery kind of thing.
Yeah. So we have taken the dream of a nursery and we have now made it a goal, because a goal is a dream with a deadline.
You got a deadline?
We got a deadline. Because you done got something.
Yeah, so we already got I got a certificate in there all fancy looking that says, should I tell them what it says?
I guess.
Brown Thumb Nursery, because my thumbs are always brown. Every day I'm out there packing plants in pots, and my thumbs are always brown. Of course, now today I'm painting. I got paint spots over me, but it's more white But
Yep. So
But-
you are starting your nursery as of
well, the official starting date should be January 1st. Is that right?
January 1st. That is our paperwork
the-
for the LLC.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I saw a date on there on that.
That was
paper.
the date that we applied for
Yeah.
it.
Okay. So, but
And then
we're
it
gonna.
goes into effect on the 1st
We just
of
want the,
January.
I'm propagating all these plants and I haven't sold a plant yet. And I feel like, man, so anyhow, we're going to start our official opening date in January so that our tax time starts. And I just think that'd be easier.
Mhm.
And, you don't sell a whole lot of plants in the middle of winter anyhow. I wouldn't think. I don't know.
I wouldn't think.
Haven't
that-
tried it yet.
So,
But fixing to try it.
yep. So, how's that going to affect our YouTube channel for Finally Home in Bama?
So I don't know if you guys have noticed the last few videos that we've done. Now, okay, so in the beginning, Deb was doing all of the editing. I would video, we both video, and then she would get all of the clips and put them together and do the editing and make the videos. And she's really busy. She, in there working on that, sitting in that same chair all day long working and
For work.
for work. And at the end of the day, she doesn't feel like sitting in that chair for 3 or 4 more hours. So we were getting kind of behind on actually making the videos. We got a lot of video clips that are not out there, and we may.
And some are going to be coming out, but
Yeah.
they will be like special editions, like
Yeah,
a
well,
throwback or something
Well,
like
and
that.
it's like the garden. In one of my videos, oh yeah, you can look back at my garden video. I'm like, oh,
We didn't post that
We
one.
never posted that. So what we'll do is we'll take and show our last year's efforts in gardening from the beginning to the end, all the way through. And we need to take some clips of where it's
What
at
happened,
now,
yeah.
and as we pull up the old plants and that kind of stuff. So we can show the whole year in a video and get the whole process. So we'll still be able to do that.
Right. So you'll see it just be delayed.
Yeah, so finally I decided, man, I got to figure out how to help her out with the editing, and so of course you probably noticed that they look different. Some of them look like crazy different, sound different when you click them on. So
Alien music.
yeah. So she's the one with the Mac computer and has the iMovie, and she's using that as her editing software, and I don't have that. I just have a regular old laptop, and mine doesn't have that. And so I found I already had Adobe Lightroom and Photoshop, so I was able to add Adobe Premiere into my monthly package for not much more money. So I ended up getting that, and I'm in the process. You can probably tell I'm still in the process of learning that. And in that, I found no good way of doing legal music. So I'm like, man, how am I going to come up with music? So I think the first one I put with no music.
Yeah.
And then I
got GarageBand.
Yeah, so then I found that you can make your own music through GarageBand, which is an app, and then it's not patented or whatever, not patented, but what's that word? Copyrighted. So it's my own music, and so that's why it sounds crazy. I haven't learned GarageBand very good either, but it's going to be a fun process to learn both of those. And then since then,
So basically what you're saying is you're going to be doing...
Okay, she's cutting me back.
I am. It's getting dark.
Yeah, it is. We might have to take this inside to finish this. I don't
We'll
know.
see.
Anyhow, go ahead.
So anyways, what you're going to be doing is...
Making videos still.
But
yeah, so I'm going to put those on a new YouTube channel, which will be the Brown Thumb Nursery YouTube channel, which will be basically kind of the things that you've been seeing me do the last few clips or videos, where it's pretty in-depth of detailing the how-to process of the propagating plants and a nursery and what that, and basically grow with me as I build the nursery. You've seen the greenhouse and some things like that, and so what I'll do on that is the more in-depth videos. But on the Finally Home in Bama site and YouTube channel, you'll still see some of that, but she'll be cutting me off.
Just like I did a minute ago.
It'll just be a kind of a abbreviated version, because I'm such a talker. I talk. I'm always,
which is amazing. But he does that when he's talking about gardening and plants and the Lord. And then when it comes to others,
you want to talk about football? I'll be like, yeah.
Okay. It's an oval ball.
Is that? Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Anyways, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and keep filming us as we're working around here and building our homestead, our suburban homestead, and who knows what the Lord has for us down the way. Maybe it'll be a bigger homestead. Somebody's wanting pigs. I think he just wants pigs because he wants to call one of them Pork Chop.
And Baconator.
And Baconator.
And then when it has a son, we got Son of Baconator. I mean, it goes on and on.
And Ricky just wants more land so he can have more chickens. I don't know. So anyways, but I'll continue the YouTube.
Are you guys still there? It's awful dark.
Yeah, they're still there. So we'll continue the Finally Home in Bama channel and just keep rolling along with our homestead and sharing that with you too.
Yes, we will. So you guys, man, I tell you what, you need to, all of you go, and I'm going to post the same video-ish, maybe slightly different, over on the Brown Thumb Nursery YouTube channel. Y'all need to go and watch it, and
like it, and share it,
subscribe to the channel,
and do that with this one too.
Yeah, and this one too, and like let everybody know so that it gets a good start, and
we're growing.
Yeah, we are growing.
Hot dog. So, all right, it's getting dark.
It is indeed.
And we're getting ready to have company and go to dinner with Mom and Dad, and they're from Ohio.
Yep.
So, anyways, we were just excited. We wanted to share that with y'all. Y'all be good. Y'all be blessed. Mm-hmm. And we will catch you
on the south side. And keep your thumbs brown.